Hello and welcome to St Botolph's. Today is a very special day for us because we are preparing the church to be open for private prayer. Now, the purpose of this video is to show you the way that we have set up the church so that when you come along you'll have some idea of what to expect. So I'm now going to ask you to walk with me through the experience of supervised private prayer at St Botolph Church, Longthorpe. And I'm going to turn my camera around so that you can walk with me. So you can see that I'm approaching the church from the car park from Woburn Close. And we're asking everyone to approach the church from this way, please, because we need to operate a one-way system in the church to keep you as safe as possible. And as I'm coming up to the church, you'll see on the ground here some yellow notices, and they are our notices to help you, again, to keep safe. We're asking you to keep social distance. We're asking you to wash your hands or use the sanitizer when you come into the building before you enter the church. And of course, we're really keen to say welcome to St Botolph's Church building. So I'm now going in the vestry door, and when I come into the vestry door I will see Eddie, our parish nurse, and Eddie is here to welcome me today, and she will be one of our welcomers. Hello, Eddie.
Hello, Jackie. Welcome to St Botolph Church. Would you like to use the sink to wash your hands or the hand sanitizer, whichever you'd like?
Well, being as I'm trying to juggle my mobile phone and make this video, Eddie, I'm going to use the sanitizer today, but I'm sure that both work equally as well. And you'll see again, Eddie has the signs here. Please wash your hands, and the welcome and the social distancing signs. So I'm just going to put my camera down for a second and use the sanitizer. So now my hands are clean, I can continue on my journey into the church to pray. Thank you, Eddie.
If you'd just like to go through this door here to your right, and you'll be greeted by
Thank you, that's lovely. And you'll see that we've put this arrow sign here for you to say, this way please, and we're coming into the church building in front of the Lady Chapel altar. And this altar will have on it a tray with some candles, a lit candle and some small votive candles, and I'll show you that at the other station in a moment. So the church might look a little bare to you when you come in. That's because we've had to strip away all the paperwork and as much of the furnishings as was possible so that the church could be thoroughly cleaned. And you'll see that on the pews you'll find some crosses, but also, if I just walk down here a little way, you'll see there's a pew with a tick. These are all double-sided, and the idea is that you are able to use any of the pews with a tick on them. But we ask you to be very respectful of those already in the building and make sure that you keep social distance from them. And Pat is here now acting as a steward for us, Pat, lay reader, and Pat will be spending her time in the church praying for those who come and also for those who can't come into the church building for whatever reason. And if you have any problems at all while you're here, then Pat would be the person to speak to. Thank you, Pat. So carrying on now across the church here, across the nave, we have a small altar here in front of the horror window. And this is the candle and the small votives that I was speaking about earlier. And there will be one the same as this on the lady altar. And if you'd like to light a candle, then we simply invite you to take one of the candles and to light it from the main candle and to leave it on the tray. And now I've lit my candle, I'd like to spend a little while in prayer. So I'm looking for one of the pews that has a tick on it, because I know I can sit there safely. And if I were going to stay and pray now, this is the one I would probably choose. And I would pray sitting here on this pew. But when I was ready to leave the church, then I would turn over the sign, they're all double-sided, to a cross. And that means then that the next person coming along knows that that pew has already been used, and to look further along for one of the ticks. And in this corner here, the northwest corner of the church, Anne again is another one of our stewards. She's here to help anyone in any kind of need and to pray for people as they're here. Thank you, Anne. And when you come to leave the building, you'll see we have some arrows to point the way, and we ask that you come to the back of the church, to the west end, and then come along here by the font, past the organ, to the exit. Please don't touch any of the doors or door handles. All the doors will be propped open so that you don't have to. And then here is Jeff. And Jeff has a clipboard. And I know that Jeff is going to want some information from me.
Well, thank you very much for visiting us, and it's lovely to see you again. Perhaps you'd just give me your name and your contact number, please.
Yeah, of course I would, Jeff. And so I would give those to Jeff. Even though Jeff knows me and he knows who I am, it's really good if we can give our details to Jeff. And of course, this sign makes it very clear to us why. It's so that we can make this space as safe as possible for everyone. And should there be an outbreak of COVID-19 locally, we would contact you.
And we invite you to use a sanitizer again, if you so wish, on leaving the church.
Thank you. And this is really important that, again, we've provided this for everyone, so that when you come into the church, you can wash or sanitize your hands, and you can do the same as you leave, to make the experience of being in St Botolph's as safe and as pleasant as possible for everyone. And then we would leave the church from the south door, the main entrance here. So we do hope that this is useful to you. It gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect when you come to the church building. And we look forward to seeing you when the time is right for you to come back. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.